Welcome to The Explainer. So, let's just dive right in today because we're looking at a topic that literally affects every single one of us. We are standing at an absolute existential crossroads right now. Humanity is on the brink. We're teetering right on this razor's edge between total unimaginable destruction on one side and the dawn of a really peaceful, cooperative new era on the other. So today, we're going to break down exactly why humanity desperately needs world peace. And I don't just mean as some nice, feel-good philosophical idea, but as an absolute requirement for our survival and our continued evolution as a species.
So, the big question is, are we heading toward World War III, or are we going to choose a peaceful recreation? Think about the profound irony of our situation for a second. Our rapid scientific development, our modernization, all those incredible technological leaps we've made, they're a massive testament to human brilliance. But that very brilliance has brought us to a completely terrifying tipping point. We now possess the capability to destroy the entire Earth in a matter of seconds. It's a heavy, kind of uncomfortable thought, right? But it's the exact reality we have to confront if we want to change our trajectory.
Section 1. Main Causes of Destruction, the Reality of Our World.
Look, we can't fix a problem until we look the harsh reality of our global situation right in the eye. And the sheer variety of threats we're juggling all at once right now, it's alarming. We aren't just dealing with one isolated issue. We've got enough nuclear and biological weapons to destroy the Earth multiple times over. And at the exact same time, AI and cyber warfare are rapidly escaping human control, which is fundamentally changing the entire nature of conflict. Add to that the whole geopolitical chess game, global hegemony, imperialism, and these new Cold Wars driven by relentless economic rivalry. And obviously, this isn't just theoretical posturing, right? We have active, devastating conflicts happening right now in Russia and Ukraine, the Middle East, plus rising tensions in the Asia-Pacific. These conflicts are destroying the futures of innocent civilians and children every single day.
It's honestly a tragic irony of our modern age. Just think about the original purpose of our greatest achievements. Science? It was developed for human welfare, to cure diseases, build up our societies, and unlock the mysteries of the universe. And religion was meant to foster love, unity, and the shared sense of compassion. But, well, look at the current reality. These immensely powerful tools meant to uplift us have been entirely corrupted. Science is now actively engineered for mass destruction. And the unifying nature of religion has, in way too many cases, been twisted into a tool for violent extremism, terrorism, and political selfishness. It is a profound misdirection of human potential.
Hey, bombs and borders aren't our only threats. Ecological collapse is basically a ticking time bomb. Global warming, mass deforestation, severe water crises, rampant pollution. The source material we're looking at is crystal clear that these environmental disasters are literally just as deadly as a nuclear war. Playing with nature, constantly extracting without replacing, it's inevitably going to invite our own destruction. Which leaves us with a very simple, totally unavoidable question. If the Earth dies, where exactly is humanity going to live?
Section 2. Solutions for Peace and Welfare, the Bridge to Survival.
Okay, so we can't just stay stuck in the anxiety of all those threats. To actually prevent World War III, we need practical, actionable solutions. We need a clear roadmap for global welfare, not just a bunch of empty political ideals. So how do we cross that bridge? Well, it requires a completely holistic approach. First up, nuclear disarmament. Every single nation absolutely must unite on one platform to dismantle these apocalyptic weapons. But that alone actually isn't enough without environmental protection. We've got to embrace a true green revolution, aggressively transitioning to renewable energy and adopting genuinely eco-friendly lifestyles. Now, to pull off both of those monumental tasks, we absolutely need a mindset of global citizenship. We have to rise above narrow nationalism to see ourselves as citizens of one shared planet. And finally, humanistic religion. We must free faith from fanaticism and return it to its core tenets of love, compassion, and service. All four of these pieces, they're deeply, deeply interconnected.
Section 3. Inspiring Messages of Great Thinkers, Timeless Wisdom.
The really beautiful thing here is that we actually don't have to invent the blueprint for survival from scratch. Throughout history, global icons have already provided us with the exact wisdom we need. Let's start with Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "The world has enough for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed." It's incredibly simple yet so profound. This addresses the absolute root of those resource wars and economic rivalries we were just talking about. Gandhi's principles of nonviolence, or satyagraha, remain one of the greatest keys to stopping a third world war today. Think about it. If we intentionally curb our collective greed, the intense conflicts over resources instantly diminish. From that spiritual leadership, we shift to a pretty chilling scientific perspective from Albert Einstein. He warned, "I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones." Wow. That perfectly captures the ultimate devastating consequence of using science for destruction. If we unleash the weapons we've built, we are going to bomb ourselves literally back to the Stone Age. It's a stark, terrifying warning, especially coming from the very man whose theories unlocked the atomic age in the first place.
Now, contrast that apocalyptic warning with this mind-blowing piece of ancient wisdom highlighted by Swami Vivekananda. He reminded us of the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which translates to, "The whole world is one family." This proves that the whole idea of global citizenship isn't just some modern political trend or buzzword. It's a deeply rooted ancient spiritual truth. Because if we actually adopt true universal brotherhood and genuinely view a person on the exact opposite side of the planet as literal family, war and violence just naturally eradicate themselves. I mean, you don't bomb your own family, right?
Martin Luther King Jr. hit the nail on the head when he framed this as a stark binary choice. He said, "We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools." There is zero middle ground in the modern age. Survival is no longer just an individual effort or even a national effort. It is entirely a collective, global effort. We either figure out how to successfully coexist or our foolishness is going to be our shared, permanent undoing.
And to kind of round out these perspectives, we have this really deep, transformative insight from Osho. Peace is not a post-war state, but an awakening in love within man. This is absolutely crucial. True peace isn't just the absence of war. It's not just some political treaty signed on a piece of paper after the bombs finally stop falling. It is a biological and spiritual necessity. It requires an inner awakening. We literally have to fundamentally change how we view ourselves and our core relationship to the world around us.
Section 4, our final decision, the ultimate choice.
All right, so everything we've looked at today, the grim realities, the actionable steps, all that timeless wisdom, it all funnels down to a decision that we have to make right now. Heaven or hell is not waiting for us up in the sky somewhere. It is right here on Earth, determined entirely by our actions. We have the power to create either reality. On one hand, we have Earth as heaven, built on love, compassion, utilizing science for the good of all, and maintaining a deep respect for our environment. On the other hand, Earth as hell, fueled by greed, hatred, and endless war. Our collective choices are what dictate whether we build a thriving paradise for our children or a literal living nightmare.
The imperative from all this is honestly incredibly straightforward. We must choose peace, not war. Creation, not destruction. Humanity, not selfishness. World peace isn't just some desperate escape from destruction. It is the absolute prerequisite, the only logical pathway to our continued evolution and prosperity as a species. It is time for every single one of us to intentionally step up and embrace the role of a global citizen. We have to actively build a world where future generations can actually live peacefully and without fear.
So I want to leave you with one final lingering question to chew on. Which path will we choose for our future generations? The blueprints for total destruction and the blueprints for lasting peace, they are both sitting right in front of us. The necessity for world peace isn't just a dream. It is the ultimate test of our species' intelligence and our will to survive. What role are you going to play in shaping that outcome? Think about it. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.